everyone, it's Destiny, and today we'll be building the Dahlia within 24 hours of her release on stream and testing her out to see what she's able to do for my teams. I'd love to know if you pulled a Dahlia or Firefly, or if you plan to wait for a different banner in 3.8 or even 4.0. Also, if you'd like to see more Honkai Star Rail content from me, consider subscribing to the channel, leave a like to support today's video, and real quick before we get into today's video, I wanted to show you all a way to get cheaper Oneric shards, and I also wanted to say a huge thanks to Aniba for sponsoring today's video. Aniba is a website where you can purchase Oneric shards at a discount, and all you have to do is provide your Star Rail UID, select the pack that you would like to purchase, and bam, within a few minutes, you'll receive the Oneric shards within your account, and now you'll be able to pull for your favorite characters at a discount. You can also use Aniba for other games as well, such as Genshin Impact, Zenless Zone Zero, and so on. Aniba also has 10% cash back for your purchases. All you have to do is, after your purchase, go to your orders, claim your cash back, and now you can use your cash back on anything on Aniba's website. And if you would like, you can even get more Oneric shards by doing this. For those interested, you can check out Aniba using my link in the description. And now let's carry on with today's video. Let's see how much we can actually upgrade her. So we're going to level her up. Okay, I think we might be able to get her to level 80 with all the books we have. That's pretty good. Time to level up. All right, the Dahlia is level 80. Now let's try upgrading her light cone. I think we might be able to get this to level 80 as well. Level up. There we go. So we were able to get Dahlia's light cone here to level 80. Let's go. All right, so we have her level 80, light cone level 80. Let's upgrade these traces. Oh my gosh, wait, I think I'm out of the tracks of destiny. I always run out of them every single time. Okay, I definitely need more tracks of destiny. Let me see, can I get any here? Oh, I can get some. Yay, more tracks of destiny. I think I already got these. Yeah, I already got the ones in there. Let's just upgrade the Dahlia. Let's go. Okay. Oh wait, I should have just clicked quick level up. Why am I doing one at a time? Okay, level 10 for each. And then let's quick level up to level 9 here. I don't have enough of these. Oh no. Evernight has so many stacks. What is going on? I just noticed that. Why does my Evernight have 91 stacks? We're at 100 stacks. Oh my gosh, we keep killing everybody. Hyacinth, stop. Hyacinth, I need you to calm down. You're doing too much damage, little Ika. No! Just blow them up, Sireni. I don't care anymore. I wanted to see 122 stacks with Evernight. We're not gonna see it because the team does too much damage for us to see it. Let's upgrade the skill. And there we go. She is good to go. We could do the basic attack. Oh wait, we could just get it up to level 5. You know what? Why not? Let's just do it. Let's see. I already have some break pieces here, so let's see what we can do. You know, I'm gonna swap these pieces here. And yeah, I'm just gonna take this piece. HP main stat, break effect, and speed. That can work. Let's just roll this one. Maybe we'll get break effect rolls. Okay, we got break effect and defense. That actually works out. Oh, nice. Break effect roll. Okay. Break effect, please. Oh, speed. Please break effect or speed. Okay, we got speed. Cool. Okay, so our build is, it's kind of looking whatever right now, but let's actually take a look at the full stat. Okay, 155 speed, 235 break effect. Honestly, not that bad. I think this is absolutely workable. We're gonna first be trying out Firefly, and I just want to see how my team does here. So we're gonna do is just use our techniques and get straight into it. And we will also be fighting Hule here. So Hule does attack a lot, so this definitely can be a little scary depending on how this fight goes, but I believe this team can do pretty good. So with Fugue, we're going to give Foxy and Prayer buff to Firefly, and now with Ruan Mei, we can just basic attack. We want to get the buffs from her ultimate here. And now with Firefly, I'm going to hit the lion. And with Dahlia, I'm going to hit the enemy to the right here, as well as use her ultimate and then use Firefly's ultimate. I'm using Firefly's ultimate after Dahlia's turn here, just so we get the follow-up attack from Dahlia right away. There we go. We can focus on the enemy to the right here. And boom, 2.4 million damage right there. And now basic. Okay, that enemy is a goner. So now what we could do is just focus all in on the lion here. And now with Ruan Mei, we could just basic attack. With Dahlia here, I can skill. And with Firefly here, I believe a basic attack might be enough to get rid of this enemy. Basic attack, yes. Okay, perfect. Because now the follow-up is going to hit Hule. And we also have 5 skill points right now, which is really good. I do have an E0 Firefly, so any skill points that we get will be very handy. Of course, the Dahlia will be able to help out with this, but with Fugue as well as Ruan Mei, we will have to use their skill eventually. So any additional skill points definitely helps out. Alright, so Hule, you're gonna get delayed. Perfect. Fugue can just basic attack. With Ruan Mei, we need to replenish her buff. And with Firefly, we can use her skill. Wabam! Dahlia is going to come in with a follow-up, and now Hule will recover from being broken, but I believe this should be fine. I'm going to use Dahlia's ultimate so we can break the wolf to the left, since I don't want to take any damage from these enemies here. So with Dahlia, I will just basic attack, and now with Firefly, we will skill like so. Wabam! 1% on Hule! Okay, there we go. Now we're on to the second HP bar, and we will get attacked a bit here, but this should be okay. The reason I use the basic attack on Dahlia is just so I can actually use Ruan Mei's skill here, guaranteeing that we get her ultimate buff active again. So we're going to use the ultimate with Ruan Mei right here. Firefly will unfortunately exit her ultimate stance, but it should be okay. Alright, Fugue is getting a little low on HP, so this is a little scary. But what we're going to do with Firefly is skill. And as you can see, we are going to be able to get a 1-turn ultimate here. So with Firefly here, we can attack like so. Wabam! Now with Dahlia, we can basic. And with Fugue here, we can basic as well, but I will follow up here with her ultimate, breaking Hule. And wabam! There we go. Now with Firefly, we can fully break Hule here. Boom! 16% and 1.2 million damage right there. With Ruan Mei, I will just basic attack. And these little wolves are a little scary, but I think we should be okay. Okay, get delayed, please. Oh no! That delay was not a lot. Okay, we will basic. We'll use the Dahlia skill here and follow up with her ultimate. Will this be enough to defeat Hule? 1%! Oh no. No! Please, Hule, don't do this! Okay. We're fine. I got so worried there. I was like, please don't kill Fugue and Ruan Mei. Hule is always a scary fight just because of how frequently he attacks, and we are using a sustainless team here. But we were able to do this with an E0 Firefly, so I'm pretty happy about that. And wabam! We started at 29 cycles, so we only took 1 cycle to defeat Hule here, which is awesome. And real quick, I could just show my build for Firefly. So here she is. We have the Fine and Light Cone, traces, we have 10, 10, and then 9. As for her relics, we're just using Forge and the Iron Break set. She also has 20 substats, so my Firefly is actually not built the greatest, honestly. Definitely needs some work, but it is doable. Eidolon's completely E0. Fugue here she is. We're using Solitary Healing. Traces maxed out. And then here are each of her pieces as well. We do have an E1 Fugue, and then we have Ruan Mei here. She is using the Battle Pass Light Cone at S1. Trace is maxed out except for basic attack. Relics, we're using Sprightly Von Whack and then Watchmaker, and we have 17 substats, so Ruan Mei build is not the greatest either. And then lastly, she is E1. I actually want to try out one more team for today, and this one is another team that I've been getting requested quite a bit, so let's try it out. And now I want to try main DPS Lingsha. What's really cool about the Dahlia with Lingsha in particular is that Lingsha does not have any fire implant, but the Dahlia will be able to implant fire weakness. So this means that Lingsha now will be able to reduce enemies' toughness meter no matter what. And I know we have Fugue, but of course, having the implant from the Dahlia is amazing. So we're just going to skill onto Lingsha here, and with Ruan Mei, I will just basic attack as well as use her ultimate, just to give everybody the buffs from her ultimate. And now with the Dahlia, I will skill here as well as use her ultimate to implant that fire weakness now. And boom, there we go. Now with Lingsha here, we can just use her skill, and now we're gonna be able to deal awesome damage with Lingsha. And boom, go Fugue. All right, now with Fugue, we can just basic. Ruan Mei, I can just use her skill, and with the Dahlia here, let's just keep dealing as much damage as we can. Bam. Now with Fugue, I'll just basic attack, but what I can do here with Lingsha is just use her ultimate. Boom. Now Fugue will come in, and now we're on to the next wave here. I'll start off by using Fugue's ultimate like so, just to break that little wolf to the left, and then also deal some toughness reduction to Hule. Same thing as before. And we will also use her ultimate just to deal some more damage and reduce Hule's toughness even further. And now Dahlia will come in with a follow-up, and with Ruan Mei, we will just use her skill since I do need to use her ultimate again very soon. And what's really nice about this is even if Hule attacks us, it doesn't really matter because we're going to have the healing from Lingsha. So we can take all of this damage and there's no problems here. We can just heal right back up. So another skill here from Lingsha. Dahlia will come in with her follow-up. Oh my gosh, we're literally so close to getting Lingsha's ultimate. That's unfortunate. With Ruan Mei, I will just basic attack and we can just use her ultimate. I really wish we got Lingsha's ultimate there. That would have been perfect. But we could just skill and we can basic here with Fugue. Now we will take a bit of damage here, but this is okay. Fugue will come in with the follow-up. And now we will use our ultimate so that we can get even more follow-up attacks. Boom! And another follow-up. And now we can skill, and now we're on to the next Hule phase. I'm just going to use Dahlia's ultimate here, and we'll bam. I'm thinking maybe we can get a 2-cycle here, which is pretty good. So we can just skill. With Dahlia, I will just basic, and I'll also use Fugue's ultimate here just to further reduce Hule's toughness. All right, so Hule is gonna attack us, but once again, this actually allows us to use emergency Fugue and the Dahlia's follow-up. So we'll be able to break Hule again within this cycle here. All right, let's use the skill. Let's see what happens. Boom, 51%. And what, bam. Okay, not too bad. We're now at 42. I will just basic like so. And now with Ruan Mei, I will use her skill just so we can reapply the ultimate here for the entire team. And Hule will get delayed, which is perfect. We can just basic and break Hule, and we should be able to defeat Hule in a moment here. Oh, Hule is gonna get his toughness meter back. Never mind. Hule, please stop bullying me. Uh-oh. Okay, Lingsha, come on. I believe in you. I want this 2-cycle clear here. Boom! There we go. That's actually a little bit overkill there since we still had Fugue in. We would have had another skill, and then we also would have had the Dahlia attacking. We started at 29 cycles, and then we ended up using 2 cycles, so we ended off at 27. Then here's my Lingsha, 151 speed. And I wish her break effect was a bit higher, but we are using an energy regen rope just so I can get her ultimate a bit more frequently. We also have her signature, and then for her relics, we're using Forge and the Iron Break set, 20 substats. And then here are each of the pieces as well. And honestly, I had a lot of fun testing these 2 teams with the Dahlia. On my channel, I have a bunch of other showcases with the Dahlia if you'd like to see her with other characters. And I would say she's absolutely worth it for those that care about the super break play style. If you want to improve your Firefly team, even with main DPS Lingsha just now, let's say the enemy we're facing was not fire weak, the Dahlia being able to implant them all with fire weakness is perfect, as this will allow Lingsha to nicely reduce those toughness meters, especially with how frequently she can attack when it comes to her skill, her follow-ups, her ultimate, and then Fugue being advanced forward by 100% after using her ultimate, and so on. So that's a pretty fun synergy as well for those that love Lingsha and want to use main DPS Lingsha. And of course, there is Firefly, who got a massive upgrade from the Dahlia here. The Dahlia in general made super break teams stronger with just what her kit is able to do for them. And I'd love to know if you pulled for the Dahlia yourself, or if you're saving for a different character instead. And I hope all of you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, do make sure to subscribe, leave a like to support today's video, and I hope to see you all next time. Peace.